Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about Virgo in the 6th house. What does it mean when we have Virgo in the 6th house in our birth chart? Well, so if you have Virgo in the 6th house, that means that you are an Aries ascendant. So I would check out my video on Aries Ascendant to get a better idea of what's going on in your entire chart. But today we're just focusing on Virgo in the 6th house. So what happens when we have Virgo in the 6th house in our birth chart? So in order to kind of understand this kind of energy, we need to understand what Virgo means and what the 6th house means. So we will get into that straight away, just after I promote my astrology services. So if you guys don't know already, I have my my website, vincent.thunderwizard.com, and you can get Vedic astrology readings there. They are currently 30% off, so that's, it's a great deal. And then on top of that, we have my Patreon channel, which I offer support groups, I offer coaching, mentoring, energy work programs, and things like that. You can find that at patreon.com/GeboTheShaman. Okay, so what does Virgo in the 6th house mean? Well, the 6th house traditionally is ruled by Virgo, so we have double Virgo energy here. So that means that we have, it's kind of gonna be redundant. So we have Virgo in Virgo the sign, in Virgo the house. So we have double Virgo energy here. So that means that we might be very critical, very analytical, very we could be very very organized, very critical, analytical. The sign of Virgo has to do with the intellect and the intellectual mind and things like that. And so we have kind of this double Virgo energy here. So because the natural 6th house is ruled by Virgo, so we will be right back, guys. Okay, so Virgo in the 6th house, basically Virgo feels natural in the 6th house. It feels, it belongs in its own sign, or its own house, so there can be a propensity for overthinking, being too analytical, being too critical, being too much of a perfectionist. So those are kind of the things that you need to look out for in this placement. But at the same time, there's a lot of healing energy here. There's a lot of healing. You could perhaps heal others. Virgo has to do with also the kind of work that you do. So so if you have planets here, if you have planets in this placement, then I would look at those planets and what those mean, and go into further detail about those planets. But if you have no planets in this sign and it's just an empty house, then I would say you need to look at where your Mercury is placed, because one of the things about Mercury is it rules both this house and this sign. So there's going to be, just like there was double Virgo energy, there's going to be double Mercury energy. So looking at where Mercury is placed, so for example, if Mercury is placed in Cancer, then we know that you will probably work in the healthcare profession as like a home aide or something like that, some kind of a home caretaker kind of thing. You could be a home caretaker. You could work with people in a psychological capacity too, like helping them to heal their emotions and things like that. So that's another thing that happens with this placement. So anyway, guys, I'm going to just let you guys know. I'll be right back in a second. Yeah, anyway, this is going to be kind of a shorter video because I don't have much to talk about. Because it's just double Virgo energy, so that's, there's not really much of a dynamic of energy here, so there's not really much to talk about. So for example, let's say you had Mercury in the 10th house. Well, then you would have be very analytical about your work, very critical, very perfectionistic about your work. Okay, so yeah, things like that. So just checking out where Mercury is placed and kind of analyzing it through that. It's always good to look at your empty houses and look at the planetary rulers of those empty houses and seeing where they're placed, because that'll give you a better idea of what's going on in that house. So anyway, guys, like I said, there's not much to talk about here. But anyway, I will let you guys know that I have a, just to let you guys know, I have a massive discount on my Vedic astrology readings. You can get 30% off at vincent.thunderwizard.com. You can go there to read all about my services and what I have to offer. And then on my Patreon site, I have patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman. I'm offering support groups, I'm offering life coaching, mentoring, energy work practices, and spiritual counseling. So yeah, you can check that out. Patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman. And yeah. So until next time, guys, we will talk to you later. Peace. We will talk to you later.